Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 12 of my Monaco career. Now in today's episode, we are going to be getting further through the January transfer window. We're going to be playing at least 2 cup games. Now the reason why I say at least, we might get on to a third match. We will be playing at least 2 matches here. The first of which is against a team I've never heard of before. It's a home game in a couple of days' time. And then we got PSG in the league afterwards to potentially finish off today's episode, although it's more likely we'll just have time for the 2 games and it'll be PSG in the league in the next episode. But before we get into things, if we could try and hit 75 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel and maybe haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with things today. We are going to be making some new signings as well, hopefully. In the last episode, we did look at bringing in a new centre mid because we got rid of Fabinho, sadly. The board sold him for much less than what he's worth. So we are looking at 2 new centre mids here. Casello is the player that I'm mainly looking at, with the other guy being probably a little bit too expensive for us, especially when we're trying to bring in some other players as well. So Nice came back to us in the last episode and basically said that they want £26 million. We can't afford to do that. We have £17 million to try and bring in our centre mid and another couple of players as well. And we have put in inquiries in between episodes for a few other players as well. So we're basically inquiring about a few different options, basically. So I'm looking at this centre-back as a replacement now for Raggy, who we sold in the last episode. He's only worth a few £1 million. He's not a fantastic overall, but we don't want someone that is a really, really good overall. He's about 73, 74, I think. Then we've also looked at Salibur as well, who's going to come in as a potential signing for us here in a winger sort of position, because obviously in the last episode, Dural got injured, so we need someone to replace him for the 3 months that he's out for. So we are going to look at this guy again, fairly cheap, nothing completely outstanding, but it just gives us an option basically to add to our squad depth a little bit. And other than that, I don't think we've put in that many more inquiries, but we'll wait and see now what comes back of those inquiries just before this cup game, and hopefully get those deals done after this match. Okay, so the first inquiry comes back pretty unsuccessful for the centre-back that we'll take a look at from Nice. No interest in letting him join our team. We are going to test that, and we're going to put in a £4 million bid. Okay, so on to this cup game now. We don't have any other emails to take a look at before the match. This is the side I'm going to go with. Plenty of changes, obviously, with the semi-final game up against PSG in the next match. So we are going to make some changes for this game. Subasic starts in goal. We've got Torre at right back, Yemerson and Diallo playing as the centre-backs, Jorge as the left back, with Thiam and Toussaint as the holding midfielders. Lamar on the right-hand side, Boschillo on the left-hand side, with Giovanni, I think, in behind Germain, who's going to play up front for us. And this is eventually gone with Glick, Debate, Nkita, Gianluigino, Indorma, not too sure how to pronounce that one, and another one which I'm going to fail to pronounce as well, Ngaku2, I think. And Mbappe alongside him there on the bench as well. So a few different options, brought in some different players which maybe I don't play quite as often, but our squad is very much stretched at the moment with injuries and tired players and a lot of games in quick succession. So it's tough, and that's why we need to bring in some more players, and hopefully we can do that after this game in time for the PSG match. Let's crack on with things. Let's see, can we get ourselves into the next round? Currently in the round of 32, so that puts us in the quarterfinals, I think, after this match, if we were to get through. Let's wait and find out how we get on, hopefully get ourselves into the next round of the Cup. Okay, here we go. Tough match, potentially, this one. It's one of those sort of teams where you could quite easily slip up against them, especially with such a heavily changed team like this. I'm also hoping that the side that we've put out is good enough to win this game. Lamar starts the match, which is obviously maybe a player that's a little bit out of place in this changed side, but the reason why I've done that is because of the lack of players I have currently. That's why we're looking to bring in another winger, so Lamar doesn't have to play these sort of matches. And yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Obviously, we have many options on the bench if we need to bring anybody else on. Chance for us here to put it out to Jorge. Needs an option in the box, but we'll take a corner. Good start to the match, control possession early on. Got ourselves another opportunity to maybe get ourselves a goal here. Torre's in there, connects, but it's over the bar and wide. Yes, much better here, up to Toussaint, cutting back in, looking for Giovanni. Oh, just comes off him in the end, lost control of the ball a little bit, but very good intricate play there on the attack. 20 minutes in, had the better of the opportunities, but still nothing too clear-cut. Oh, that's Paul, not where I wanted it, quite obviously. Losing the game 1-0. Why would I want to put it on a plate for the striker? Clearly not where I wanted it. Obviously out to the full-back, as I usually go to. And it's put it to the wrong guy, and we've conceded so easily. I think that might be the second shot. The first proper shot I've had anyway. They've had various sort of, well, maybe had one shot that was never going to go in. But yeah, that's frustrating, because we've pretty much conceded with the first shot on target there. Completely undeserved, obviously. And yeah, that's a disappointing way to concede. Germain onto Giovanni, gonna play back to Germain. It's been a good little partnership with those two up front, actually, so far. and looking for that pass through, it just got completely taken out. Jorge on the overlap. He's got to have some option in there. Giman's supposed to be the option, and he keeps going short for the ball. Yep, half-time, losing this game 1-0. I actually think we're going to go out of the cup here. I know we're only at half-time. I know it's a little bit negative. I know we've had 60% possession and the better chances, and we are playing a better football. But sometimes you get a feeling from a game where things just don't go your way. We've had a lot of bad luck from quite a few different situations in this match. And I get the feeling that we're not going to get through, which is obviously a bit gutting, but we're going to keep going, keep trying, keep believing as well in the second half. But I just got a feeling that it's not quite going to happen for us here, and that might be their one chance that they've taken, and we won't be able to take ours. Let's wait and find out what happens. On Giovanni there, onto Lamar, gonna cut inside onto his left foot. Lamar gonna shoot! Oh, he has to score it. How has the goalkeeper saved that? The finish has got to be better. Should be 1-1 there. That's a brilliant chance to equalise. Our best opportunity in a long while. And we're going to, again, try and create another chance here. Toussaint. Oh, got to pick Lamar out there. That's terrible. Okay, all three changes now. We don't really have that many different options we can make, to be honest, without affecting things for the PSG game in a few days' time. So we're going to make all three changes. 25 minutes to go. We're going to bring on Nkita and also Ngakoutou. Central attacking mid, along with Sidibé as a right mid as well. Bashula's going to come off, Thiam's going to come off, and Bon Giovanni is going to come off as well. Sidibé going to play as a right mid, going to give that a go, see how it works out. Just because I don't really think we can afford to bring anybody else on. Sidibé's got quite high stamina, so he should be okay for the PSG game, and just playing like 25 minutes here. Yeah, we've got to try and find ourselves an equaliser, if not a second goal as well on top of that. On Giovanni, onto Torre. The changes haven't been made yet, still waiting for them, but Torre's getting up the pitch. Gonna cut it back here. Bon Giovanni! Oh, I can't even say his name, but it's blocked by the defender. Great opportunity. Just wanted to step back inside to take the shot. Didn't quite have the time to do that, and it results in probably a counter-attack here. Giman looking for the run on Sidibé. Great opportunity. Sidibé! Gotta be a goal again. Got to be a goal. Don't care what position you play usually. That's gotta be a goal. Really poor in the end. Straight at the goalkeeper, the last place you want it. Toussaint there. Falls back to Lamar. Going to be a delivery in. Gets a head on it there, but not good enough again. Yes, go on Lamar. Great opportunity. Gets blocked. Just lacks a little bit of luck. Also lacks a bit of quality as well on this team. It's been Paul's for the finishing in today's match. Disappointing. As I said at half-time, I had a feeling that we'll be going out of the cup. And at this rate, we will be. Giman look for that ball through. Toussaint going to hold it back up to Giman. Got to be a goal. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. How unfortunate is that? Oh, it's a goal kick. Ugh. We've had that many good chances. We've just not taken them. They've had one good chance, which we put on the plate for them, by the way, and they've taken it. As simple as that, and absolutely gutted with this. They could probably get a second on the break here as well, and they should do. 90th minute, and we will be going out of the cup competition here. Absolutely gutted. But, yeah, just again, not good enough quality finishes, and very fluky and lucky defence on their behalf. So, yeah, out of the cup, undeserved. But, yeah, we're going to have to now focus on the PSG game. The stats say it all, really. Their shots were kind of from anywhere and everywhere, to be honest. Yeah, disappointed with that. Only positive we can take is the fact that now it puts a less of a strain on the team that we've got, which is obviously is not a big squad, but that now means we're in less competitions, which is a little bit of a positive. We can focus on the league and also the cup competition there that involves PSG. And yeah, we do have some more inquiries coming back, just the one actually, for Salibur, one of the wingers that we're taking a look at. £8 million, can't really afford to spend that, so we're going to have to decrease that quite substantially. And we will save £4 million as our initial bid. Okay, Vincent Cosello has accepted the contract offer that we gave to him, and that means he is able to join us now. £12 million, he does join us, and hopefully gives us another a good bit of quality in that midfield that we need. Another player as well in the squad, which is always very helpful to have, and it now gives us another option, hopefully, as well, to partner alongside Bakayoko. So good signing, I think, but obviously, you know, based on the stats, we don't exactly know how he's going to play in game, but I think he's got potential to grow as well, so he's looking like a really good signing for us here. Got to try and sign some more players though, that's the key thing here. Got to try and bring in a couple more players to add to the squad. Okay, onto some player drills here. I've taken out a few players and I've also brought in Nkita to do 2 drills this week. Lamar could potentially go up to 83, we'll wait and see though. We'll simulate all the drills. Mbappe just going down to 1 drill now as he wasn't going to make much progress on the other ones and his stats have gone up pretty well so far this season. Lamar does go up to 83 overall just by going up on 1 stat. Nkita there flying up on a few of them. Finishing is what we massively need to improve on him. 44 at the moment, we need to try and get that going up a little bit more. So we can take his chances in-game. Let's move on now towards the PSG game. First of all, though, we have had a bid accepted for the Nice centre-back, £4 million, and he wants 40 grand a week. That's a lot of money. We can just about stretch to 40 grand a week. We'll go with the 3-year contract, and a squad rotational player I think is going to be fair for him. He's 27 years old. He's not fantastic overall. He's literally just coming in as a replacement for Raggi. And yeah, we'll wait and see how that goes. We also might be forced to bring in some of our Youth Academy products here, because we can't really, I don't think, afford to bring in another winger. We won't quite have enough money to do that. So we might look to bring in this guy, just gives us another option. I think it's also quite nice to introduce some of the youngsters as well, give them an opportunity. But only in the positions that we actually need players in. I'm not just going to bring in anybody to play, because obviously then they'll just sit on the reserves and it's kind of pointless doing that. So we are going to bring in this guy called Barrett, and we are going to see how he gets on. He's a French player, and we will offer him a future first team player, 3-year contract, and a little bit over his salary requirements. And the deal to bring in that centre-back is going to be confirmed here. £4 million, 40 grand a week, and that leaves us with a very, very tight budget now. Does also mean we're not going to be able to sign this winger, I don't think. It's a shame because he would have pretty much fit quite nicely into this team, but £7 million is obviously going to be far too much for us. But good to bring in another centre-back. We'll take a look at his overall now, just before this PSG game. Okay, so 77 overall, actually a little bit better than I thought. Decent stats as well, and fills in for Raggi pretty well. Quite happy with that one. Will obviously play occasionally, but he's not going to be a key sort of starting player. Okay, on to what could potentially now be our final signing, I think, of the transfer window. We are going to go for a guy called Tyson, plays for Shakhtar Donetsk, and we are going to try and sign him on a pre-contract agreement, i.e. he joins us at the end of the season. 50 grand a week is as far as we can go. That just about stretches our budget completely and just about gets rid of all our budget, I think. Important first team player as well, 3-year contract, and we are going to submit the offer for that. Hopefully he can join us. It'd be really, really nice to try and sign him. I think he's about 82 overall, so obviously great to add him into the team. He's a left mid, but he can also play as a centre attacking mid as well. We've also got a few Brazilian players already in the squad, so he adds to that contingent, and hopefully we'll be able to boost our quality as well going forward. We need another winger, I think, whether it be now or at the end of the season. Obviously, we can't afford to buy one and pay for all those different costs right now, so we will bring one in at the end of the season and just have to deal with the fact that we are without Dara for 3 months. Let's get on with the game against PSG, though. Let's change around the team and put out our strongest side, basically. Okay, so this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against PSG. Basically, our strongest side we can put out, to be honest. Subasic going to start in goal, Sidibe starting at right back, Glick and Zuma at centre back, Mendy's for left back, Cosello playing his debut here against PSG alongside Bakayoko there in the CDM position. We've got Malcolm on the right hand side, Silva on the left hand side with Falcao in behind Mbappe who starts up front. This is the bench I've gone with Yemerson, Torre, Toussaint, Jean Moutinho, Nkita, Lamar and Jaman all on the bench, meaning that there are a few players here missing out. Let's crack on with the game, see how we get on, hopefully get ourselves into the next round, which is the final of this cup. So we need to really try and beat PSG. We've also got them in about 5 days' time as well afterwards. So yeah, going to be a very tough 2 next games, this one. We've got to try and win both of them, especially the League One as well. The League One's so important. We want to obviously try and get into a final and actually win something this season, which is obviously looking less likely in the league. So we do need to try and get through in this competition as well. Let's wait and find out what happens. These next 2 matches are going to be such a big potential turning point in our season. Okay, here we go. We're actually away for this match against PSG in the Cup. Hopefully we can get ourselves a good result. Obviously we know PSG have got a really, really good side. They'll have one of the better teams out as well for this game, I'd imagine. And we are not expecting an easy ride here. We've got to make sure that defensively we're much better than what we've been in recent times. Being far too weak at times in defence, got to be much better. I think our best way to defend is by essentially keeping the ball in their half for as long as possible and attacking for as much of the game as possible. It's probably the best way we're going to find ourselves not conceding, I'd imagine. We'll wait and see how that goes though in this game. Too easy. Got past us far too easy there. Bakayoko still struggling though with Krakowiak. Gotta get a block in much earlier than that. Gotta win back the ball much earlier than that. But Kurt Zuma does. And it's out for a corner. Draxler to Di Maria. A lot of good talented players going forward, especially for PSG here. Good opportunity still with Draxler. Gotta get a foot in better. And that's more like it from Silva, but they've still got it. Bakayoko's got to try and get involved. Why would you head it straight to Cavani? Mbappe going forward there to Malcolm. This is much better. Falcao needs another option. He finds Silva. Gonna hit this one. Oh, Jesus Christ. When we get into their box, we've got to be more clinical than that. It's a terrible shot. Really poor on his weak foot. Mbappe onto Mendy, who's going to get forward now. Going to cut this one back actually to Mbappe. Try and get the ball up going through the centre here. Good opportunity. Bakayoko running through. Falcao delayed the pass. And in the end, he was in a good shooting position. Didn't manage to take the shot. Oh, it's a combination of bad luck and just poor quality when we get in their box at the moment. It's exactly the same as the last game. Oh, that's terrible. Get off. That's pathetic. God's sake. Dived in, should have won the ball, didn't win the ball, and in the end it's going to be a PSG penalty. Cavani to step up. Oh, I can't believe the way that this has happened. Unbelievable. Just completely unnecessary. Cavani, top corner. Even if I've gone the right way, there's no saving that. You won't see a better penalty ever. Right into the top corner, absolutely no stopping it. We're losing the game 1-0. Absolutely our own doing again. Unbelievable. Just not the way we should be conceding goals. If we should be conceding goals, which, you know, obviously you don't want to do, but especially not like that. Bakayoko onto Mbappe. Come on, Mbappe. Good opportunity again here for us. Got to make the right runs again. Malcolm shoots. Good save by the goalkeeper this time. Much better strike. Falcao. Maybe we should win that one back, actually, in the box. But much better from Malcolm on his weaker foot there. Great opportunity to potentially score. Silva's going to try and deliver. Back post for Malcolm. Challenging, but out for a corner. Come on, come on. Let's get a good delivery in there. It's not a bad ball in, but no one can win it. Cosello again going to look to cross it in. Takes his time into the back post. Kurt Zouma. Oh, it's not offside. It's 1-1. There's a few minutes left of this first half. It's Kurt Zouma equalises for us. I was convinced he was offside, hence why I had a little bit of a delayed reaction there. Kurt Zouma prods it past the goalkeeper. There's no stopping that at the back post. Completely unmarked, really. And in the end, that one is actually onside. I think it might be... Is it Kurt Zouma, I think, as the left back, I think, is probably just about played Zouma on there. But a fantastic header towards goal. It's 1-1, right back in this game. Good stuff. Malcolm on towards Silva. That's brilliant. Silva's got to play in Mbappe. Oh, that was almost Monaco-esque, was that counter-attack from their mistake. So disappointing that it couldn't quite get towards Mbappe in the centre, because that was a brilliant little breakaway there with a lot of pace in that attack. Disappointing though, didn't quite come to anything, but I'm sure we'll have more chances. Very open game this one, end-to-end stuff at times. Got to make sure though that we're defending much better than we have done this first half. It's half-time, it's 1-1, let's crack on with the second half. Mbappe on towards Silva, gonna have to try and outpace Aurier here. Still going Silva, gonna have to keep hold of the ball a little bit. Good strength for now. Falls to Cosello, who's gonna hold this up to Mendy. Coming inside, gets brought down. That's gotta be a card, come on. Di Maria hacks him down there, that's really poor. Gotta be some sort of card, it is. It's also a free kick opportunity as well. 58 minutes in, got ourselves an opportunity here if we've got someone that's decent at taking free kicks. We've got Malcolm, left-footer though. I don't really think it's a left-footed chance. It's going to go towards the goalkeeper. Might have to lay this one off, in fact, from here. See how we get on. Falcao, well, they've seen it. Sidibe, yeah, we won't try that again. It's a corner. We're going to aim for sort of the front post. It's gone a little bit further back than that. Kurt Zouma heads it towards the goalkeeper. Comfortable save. Silva looking to Mendy, now going to cross in. Mbappe's in there, can't quite manage to stretch to win that one. Bakayoko out to Malcolm as well. Going to go for a cross. Can he find Falcao? Or Mbappe, in fact, in there. Cleared away. Better spell of pressure here, though, on the PSG defence. Falcao probably offside there. Falls to Mbappe. Maybe he wasn't offside. Still kept going, but the shot wasn't good enough. Silva needs a runner here. Falcao's going to try and get in behind. Great opportunity here. Falcao got to cut it back. Mbappe! Oh, it's 2-1. We needed to score that. Mbappe on his left foot. Fantastic strike. 2-1. Less than 20 minutes to go in this match. Wasn't really supposed to go to Mbappe. It was supposed to be cut back to Silva, really, so we could have it on his favoured foot. But it has fallen to Mbappe, and he smashes it in the top left-hand corner. Brilliant strike. 2-1. Really, really happy at the moment with how things are going. Much better going forward. Defensively, slightly better. But, yeah, still not fantastic. But at the moment, we're winning this game and going through to the final. Okay, all three changes now. Nkita, Jean-Moutinho and Germain all to come on. We are going to take off Cosello, Silva and Falcao. Mbappe move on to the left-hand side, give a few players a rest as well. 15 minutes to go, and essentially going to a 4-1-4-1 now. So really going to try and solidify our defence a little bit. And yeah, hopefully see out this game at a 2-1 win. A bit risky to do that, but there's 15 minutes to go, or less than 15 minutes to go. Don't really have any other options. Not going to continue attacking in the same way that we have done. So we have to make some sort of change. Those changes, of course, will only be made if the ball goes out, and at the moment, it doesn't seem like it will. Mbappe to Mendy. Going to pull this one back to Mbappe. Risky pass. Still have it here, though. Nkita to Jean-Moutinho into Germain. Didn't want that one to be played exactly where it went. Nkita keeps battling. Nkita going to look towards Germain. Oh, falls to Malcolm. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. Just wanted a little chip to Germain. It ended up being well overhit in the end. And a chance for PSG to get hold of the ball and play long ball there to Draxler. Oh, you've got to win that. Why are all the centre mids going up at once? Must be it. Blow your whistle, ref. That's a hell of a pass, though, to Mbappe. He's got enough pace to get there. Still going. Mbappe looking for a cross, gets blocked. What a pass from Malcolm. 2-1. We're through into the final. That is the main thing. We've knocked out PSG. That means that, yeah, we're going to the final of this cup. Fantastic news for us. I'm assuming that's the case, unless it's a two-leg thing, so don't want to celebrate too early, but I'm pretty sure we are through. Yeah, so I think pretty much confirmation there that we're through into the final. Sadly, though, it wasn't going to be against PSG. That one was more of a final to me. It was going to be against Stade Rennais, I think is how I pronounce the name. That is going to be the final. So, yeah, a little bit less enthusiastic about that one. I was hoping it would be PSG. It wasn't, but we will happily take our final against a weaker opposition. So, yeah, hopefully more chance of us winning that now. Okay, some emails to take a look at. Tyson accepts the contract. Fantastic news. He's going to join us out at the end of the season. Hopefully you guys look forward to him coming into the side. I think it'll be a really good option for us out wide there. And also through the middle as well. We don't really have a proper centre attacking mid that's good enough. And obviously he will be a good option for us going into next season. Christopher Lino will be departing the club. He was free to discuss to join different clubs. He's gone to Gillingham. So good luck to him there. It's Gillingham. Whilst we're in Monaco. So, yeah, hopefully he gets more game time there. I had no intention of using him, really. Don't think I had used him that often. Got 610 grand for getting into the final. That's good news for us. Sadly, though, I was unable to bring in that winger. Just fewer funds than I hoped to have, really. But, you know, we've managed to get some decent signings, so I'm quite happy about that one anyway. And we now need to just push on with the rest of the season. Don't think we'll make any other signings, unless, of course, there was to be a big player that leaves the club. No intentions of that happening. Hopefully it doesn't happen. And we've also signed Christopher Barrett, I think. From the Youth Academy, which is good news as well. He joins us. Christophe Barrett from the Youth Academy, so a winger there, just because we were unable to sign this guy. 76 overall, very, very fast player. That was one of the reasons why I was looking at him. But yeah, sadly I was unable to get him in. And that will be everything for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. We will play this game against PSG in the next episode. You can see at the league table here, we're currently 6th in the league, but we do have 1 or 2 games over most of the clubs around us. So that does mean we have the potential to go up to 5th place and, you know, maybe even get a little bit closer to 4th in Lyon as well. But that's everything for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. If we could try and hit 75 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel or maybe haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you guys next time for another episode. Thanks for watching and goodbye.